Hey guys, it's Kelly, and this is my first video where I'm actually talking in it. I thought to do this because whenever I watch videos, I don't watch them, I just listen to them while I'm doing something else, like in a factory or something. And so I was gonna talk about Ubers today. I have two Ubers right now. I have Slate Sheriff and Cyan Sheriff. Haley Gags on Slate and here on Cyan. They're both maxed, and it took me less than 2 months to max both of these tunes. I think it went faster just because I had two tunes, but at first I only had Slate Sheriff by herself training, and then that's when I decided, okay, I want my other tune, or I want another tune to help me, so I had Slate, or not Slate, but Cyan, and I just, helped myself back and forth, and yeah. If you're gonna have an Uber, make sure it's a tune you really like to go on and stuff. Make sure it's perfect name, perfect height, perfect color, everything. So that way, halfway through, you're like, oh, I have high gags, but I don't like my tune anymore. So what do? Do I delete it, or do I just keep on training it because it already has high gags? So make sure it's a tune that you really like. I like both of these tunes because I like the colors, and I also like the name. Because I didn't play for a really long time. I think it was like 2 or something years, and then I started to play again, and then I had the name Sheriff Ubudogendorf just because I had my other sheriffs, and I knew that if I came back with these names, people would recognize me right away, especially if I was on 2 accounts like I normally was before, or before I had a bunch of accounts. It was crazy. But yeah, I decided to come back on and play Toontown again, and then I made Ubers because I didn't feel like working on my other sheriffs. And so far, it's been pretty awesome. If you're gonna be an Uber, I would recommend getting a max doodle. Although they don't always work in battle, they'll glitch out. I call it the river glitch. You call them in battle, even though they're max, they won't work. And then when you go back to your estate, they'll be stuck somewhere and they won't say anything or move, and then if you try to do anything, like call them or feed them or scratch, they won't do anything and you'll get stuck, and then you'll have to exit the game, which really sucks if you're only on one tune, because then you can't get River back unless you have a friend. And yeah, if you're gonna be a 2-track Uber, just start training your gags right away and stuff. I wouldn't recommend being a 2-track Uber just because I like having sound. And it's just a lot of challenges being 15 laugh. You can die from one cog, one hit. If it's a high enough cog. The highest damage a cog can do is 24 laugh. 24 laugh. So if you're 15 laugh, you always have that possibility that you will die, with one cog. So that's gonna be a challenge. And also, I've heard that if you have a 15 laugher, it always has that thing that says, go back to Toon HQ and get your reward or whatever. And that must be really annoying too. So, if you're gonna be 15 laugh over, you're gonna have a lot of challenges. You're gonna die a lot, because even with these tunes that are 34 laugh, I die a lot. Before I made this video, I died in the factory, on the east silo. I died on the east silo, and then Cyan had to finish the factory, and I lost all my level 7 gags, which is sad because they were all back to 0 and they were all cool and stuff, but then the next battle I go into, they'll go back to 500 and it'll be annoying again. I just think it looks cool to have level 7 gags and then have it all the way back to 0. I worked on it for a day to do that, and then yeah. If you're going to be a 3-track Uber, I would recommend definitely getting sound, because sound has high accuracy and you basically use it for everything. It damages multiple cogs, so that way in factories and VPs and stuff, you can kill cogs pretty fast and pretty easily. Whenever I go into a VP, I always get a fog or above group or max sound group. If there's a person with fog, I'll take them, whatever. As long as your sound isn't too bad, I don't know. I don't even like taking people with just fog, because it could be 25 damage and it's oh, the cogs aren't killed. And then they damage us, and yeah. I just prefer sound VPs just because Lure has low accuracy. I've heard that Hypno has pretty high accuracy, but it says low overall. And all sound has high accuracy, I think, and then it's just a lot faster, and you don't have to worry about oh, is this gonna miss? Are the other tunes gonna like choose the right gags to get rid of the cogs and stuff? And yeah, I just prefer sound and VPs and factories. If you're gonna choose tune up, it's gonna be a lot harder to train your gags because you have to be able to heal a tune for to train tune up, you know. So if you're gonna have tune up, I would probably find another friend who wants to train with you, like in buildings and stuff, so that way you can tune them up while they do something else. And yeah, I wouldn't prefer to be a tune up Uber. I would just choose sound like almost every time, which I have on both of these Ubers. And then if you're going to be a 4-track Uber like mine are, I would suggest getting lure definitely, because lure helps you and other tunes. Like, you can train your lure while you're training your other gags. Like, just place out a dollar bill before you put out like a sound or a throw or a squirt, so that way every time that you lure, you know that your next gag isn't gonna miss, and it trains both of the gags at once. That's what I basically did. I like or on Cyan Sheriff I maxed lure first, but on Slate Sheriff I maxed sound first, but I just kept throwing lures out before everything that I did, so that way it would work, and it trains it and it gets better and stuff. But then if you choose drop, like, okay, you can kill level 11 cogs, but then, like, if you're alone or something, if everyone else dies, you're probably gonna die too, since you don't have that lure to lure them in and stop them from attacking you. So you have a lot of challenges if you go lureless on an Uber. Like, drop is also hard to train too, just because it has low accuracy and stuff, and it's the last gag, so like, if you're in somewhere and then another person comes along and then they choose something that kills the cog, like, you're not gonna get that skill for the drop, and yeah. I would suggest, if you're gonna be a 3 or a 2, a 3 or 4-track Uber, to plant your throw, because them cakes can take out, or the cakes can take out level 9 cogs, and then I don't know if this was it, or never mind actually, it can take out level 9 cogs, and your cream pie can take out level 5s unlured. Both are unlured, like, you can take it out easily without it being lured. And then if you're gonna be a 4-track Uber, you can go with lure too, but I think that lure does enough on its own. I saw in another video that, like, the magnets act like hypno goggles when it's organic, but I just chose to have throw organic for that extra bonus damage, and that's what I would suggest for organic stuff. And yeah, that's about it for this video. I don't know if I'm gonna add more on it. I might though, but bye YouTube.